Deadline, Chapter 18, Christmas Eve. Man, why didn't you tell me that what a stupid idea it was to try to keep this secret? I believe I did hint at it. Yeah, but I mean, like, the first time you showed up, why didn't you say right then, Ben, this is the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard of? We have talked about the appropriateness of language in the presence of a spiritual entity. We have, and I'll hold back on the F-bombs if you give me a quick heads up when you see me diving into my own asshole. Here on Earth, we call that a metaphor. Believe me, I know a metaphor. So, what's it about? A deal? I clean up my potty mouth and you swim ahead and clear out the big logs. I told you before, by request only. Don't you know anything about free will? Wasn't he a killer whale some kid let go in a movie? That's Willie. Jesus says, get the free will thing down. It's the greatest damn thing about being human. So tell me. Well, basically, if I know anything about what is going to happen, you wouldn't have free will, would you? What fun would that be? If you knew it and I didn't know you knew it, I would. Nope, if anyone knows it, then it isn't free. It would mean that no matter what you do, things would have to turn out the way the people who know how it's going to turn out say they turn out. But God knows, right? Nope, again, God doesn't know how things turn out. It knows that things turn out. Listen, Ben, I could spend a whole bunch of human time telling you how things are, but if your doctor's right, you'll know soon enough. Okay, let me satisfy your curiosity now, and let's stop talking about all this and live your life. God isn't a guy, God isn't a girl, God is a force. You will have all these people trying to figure out whether to believe in God or the Big Bang. Well, God is the Big Bang. God is the ultimate scientist. If God regulates his thinking to human cognition, it would never get anything done. I mean, look how slow you think, and you're still probably the smartest kid in your class. Just know that everything started as one, everything still is one, and it will end up as one. If there was any doubt that Jesus was the inner part of me, which I've already said 1,000 times, there isn't. It is done. Once again, he's gone way beyond my capacity to make shit up. Way beyond. I gaze around the space we're in, which is basically my bedroom, only not. I've noticed this before, even when I was at Dallas's place. My furniture, my posters, all that shit is missing. There are only colors, and it's like we're in them. I have to remember to ask about that sometimes. Right now, I have to get oriented. I feel like I should be asking the meaning of life or something. You already did that, he said. Time wasted. You're playing a game, a beautiful, wonderful, hard, scary game, and you're gathering information from it. For what? To take with, man. You are testing my patience. Back on task. So you didn't tell me it was a messed up idea to keep this all a secret because experiment is the only teacher, Jesus says. Even if I could have told you, it would have been a lecture. Why do you think kids don't listen to their parents, or people don't leave churches or do what the pastor tells them to do? Whew. There's only one thing that's universal. What's that? The truth. So now I have to figure out when and where to tell. I could tell Lambearder sooner. It would make their day. I could tell my mother, who would probably become so depressed that her heart would stop beating, or Dad, and watch another 2,000 pounds loaded onto his shoulder. I could tell Dallas and stand there and watch my own heart break, or my brother, and feel the world cave under both of our feet. In the end, I have to tell them all. But I know right where to start. Hey man, you feeling any better? That's relative, Rudy says. I think I know how to get us back on track. Great. Before you spring it on me, I need to say something. Shoot. You've been straight with me, now I need to be straight with you. I can't promise I'll stay. I wait. Alive, man. I can't promise I'll stay alive. Shit. There's no redemption for what I've done. I can't give it back. I can't get Donnie's life back for him or for the people who loved him. I took his trust and I killed him. There's no way to fix that. Maybe. No maybes. Some things can't be fixed. He looks at the hands folded on his lap in front of him. Do you have any idea what a horror it is to be me? Experience is the only teacher. Nope, I say I don't. I couldn't. But look, Rudy, the reason I don't is that I didn't go through it. Somebody gets a hold of you when you're a little kid and wrecks you, and you grow up and wreck somebody too. You didn't ask for that. But I knew. Yeah, you knew, and you've had nothing but shit ever since. But let me throw in what I've come to say. He shakes his head as if there's nothing. I can't promise I'll stay either. In fact, I can pretty much promise I won't. I don't expect you to keep coming down here. Not after alive, I said. I can't promise I'll stay alive either. He looks at me dumbly. I got some shitty disease. This is it for me this year. I think I can already feel it going. He moves towards me as if he wants to comfort me, then reels back. Don't worry, I've known about it all year. But look, it doesn't matter if you're attracted to me, because like I said, I could probably kick your ass, and I know I can outrun you. You are safe for the first time in your whole life, Rudy McCoy, because I'm willing to live with whatever the fuck you did. I like you, and I want you to help me mess with Mr. Lambeard so I can die happy. If you have fantasies about me, then you do. I'll pretend you don't. Let's just focus on me and not some other kid, and I will keep you in line. And we'll go one day at a time until there are no more days. And then if you want to off yourself, well, what the hell, I'll see you there. Man, I do not know where half of that came from, but the truth has the ring of truth to it, so I know I'm right. All the regular bets are off when death has its arms stretched out. I'm going to wait for an answer, I tell him, because it would just mean you'd have to look like you were forgiving yourself, which I know you can't. So just fucking hang in here with me. I turn and leave. Whew. January 2nd. Hey, Coach. Hey, my biggest little hitter. I'm here to come clean. Finally, someone. Have a seat. He motions me to the chair next to his desk. First day back. School is over for the day. The classroom's empty. I'm dying. I know what you mean. No, I'm dying. He searches my eyes. Literally. He means it as a question. Literally? He walked to the classroom door and closes it and returns to his chair. Talk to me. I've known all year, I say. That's why I went out for football. I found out when I went to a cross-country physical last summer. What is it? A blood disease, I say, quoting Doc. Are you taking treatments? What the hell? What kind of doctor? It's not his fault, Coach. He did everything he could to make me do this right, or the way you're supposed to. I'm 18. He had no choice. He sure as hell could have kept you out of football. All he had to do was not pass you on your physical. I pinch the bridge of my nose and rub my eyes. Coach, don't do this. I plead a hell of a case. And it was the right thing. Did I have a hell of a season or what? Coach sits back, places his mouth and nose on the fingered teepee. I can see him running back over the senseless death more than 20 years ago. It's just irresponsible, he said, more to himself than to me. He stuck back on Doc. This is what I was afraid of. His head snaps up. I could have set myself up for treatment, but I hesitated and tell him anyways that I knew this was my time. How I have never pictured myself past this place. I knew I was done, but I wanted it to be normal. Then I realized there's nothing normal about cashing out at 18, and a whole bunch of people I really care about deserve to know. I'm starting with you, your parents. Cody? No, I say, shitty as it probably is, you know about as much about death as anyone I know, so you were my first round pick. He sits, staring at his finger. Let me get this straight, he says finally. You discovered sometimes towards the end of summer that you have a terminal illness, had the presence of mind, we want to call it that, to keep the doctor from telling anyone, turned out for football and started hustling the sharpest girl in school. That's about the small and short of it, I say. Jesus, Ben, what kind of change? That kind of changes the meaning of the phrase death wish. I don't know what to say, so you're halfway through the year and you decided to tell. He's quiet. Finally, how can I help? This is what I love about Coach. Tonight, sometimes the full reality will dawn on him, but he's like me, the guy you want at your site where the plane went down. The more I didn't tell people, the more complicated I got. I say, I just wanted to have a normal last year, as close to normal as possible, well, with, But there was nothing normal about it, he says. I nod. One reason I came to you, besides that you've always been cool to me and my brother, is you have exactly the best luck with death. You haven't had exactly the best luck with death. Coach smiles and looks down. It kicked my ass right at your age, he said. I'm not worried about the people I leave behind, I tell. You came to the right place. I think you're right. You need to tell maybe not everybody, but the important people. When Becky died, I couldn't only think all we never got to say. Ben, I'll help you with this any way I can. I just wish you would have told me earlier. If I told you, would you have let me play football? He smiles. Probably not. I rest my case, I said. Catching that pass from my brother was the single most thrilling physical event I've ever had, and I've had sex. I wouldn't give it up for anything. I get it. So, how can I help? Just hang with me, I said. I don't know how this is going to land. I've known for quite a while, and when I tell Cody and my parents in Dallas, I flinch. It's going to be like everything I said since I found out was a lie. I will be here, Coach says. You know I will, and keep in mind, these are people who love you, and they're really smart. It might take them a while, but they'll understand, and if they don't, we'll make them understand. Man, I hope he's right.